Hello Aquarius family, how are you doing? This is going to be November reading for you. Welcome back to Mark After Me. This is True, your tarot reader and life coach. Welcome back to my channel. I know I've been quite absent for the month of October. I'm really sorry if I didn't do any reading for October, but I will leave a little bit the video over here of why I've been taking so long to come back. Anyway, I am back, which is going to be a celebration for me. I am really happy to do these videos for you. I am super excited because you have a really good reading right now ahead. So I'm gonna explain you. You're gonna have a Celtic reading that I have it right now here. You're gonna have a Moonology card, and then you're gonna have a legendary affirmation card at the end of this reading. So let's say a little disclaimer. None of my readings are going to literally say what you are gonna happen. Is not a divination cards. Take what you want and leave the rest. Remember that everything is going to be in your hand and you have the free will to make a decision at the end of this history. Anyway, remember that you can check your moon, your sun, your ascendant, and your Venus in case this general reading will not resonate with you. So saying this, Aquarius opposite energy, how you been doing? You know that we are opposite, but I always get fascinated by you, and I always get fascinated that your way to separate emotions, the way to be grounded with your emotions is really fascinating for me, because I'm a person who has a lot of emotions and have a big heart and very self-expressive, and is not afraid for me to talk about emotions sometimes, and sometimes I have to be more quiet. So I might say to thank you for you guys, because you are really intellectual smart people to think about outside the box, but on the same time knows how to deal sometimes with emotional people and get detached about it and don't let it affect you, which is one of the excel that I might say. Anyway, I am using the Fontaine Tarot. They have one card that's actually called the Fontaine. So you have that card. It's going to be really good. I want to say the meaning now. And then you have the Page of Cups. This is going to be more of a general energy that is for whole reading. I think about this as emotional reading. I think it's talk about sentiments, it's talking about intimacy, it's talking about maybe relationships, it's talking about more to what you actually don't touch too much though. So you have Fontaine, and then you have the Page of Cups. If you see that too over here, the Fontaine in this deck means be yourself, embrace yourself entirely. It's not asking you to divide the self, it's actually to embrace and put everything together. Which the Fontaine is saying, be you and let you be. And when you have the Page of Cups, I love Page of Cups because it's kind of the beginning of, you know, new feelings, new emotions, new ways to experiment emotions. And I think it's funny because we was talking about how much I admire you, because you are able to not let affected by other people's emotions. But in this time, I think it's in a way to say that maybe you need to get in touch more with them. Anyway, in the center of your reading, you will have, wow, the Emperor. Whoa, that's going to be one of your alliances, one of the signs that you can blend with very well, Aquarius and Aries, because both of you are independent, self-contained, that you don't like to be nagging with, and you don't like to ask too much for permission. Aquarius, you are rebel, and Aries, you are super rebel too. So having the Emperor in the center, I think you are in a position of conquering yourself and probably center all your attention to you. November maybe is asking you to have a little bit of a self-care, but on the same time having actions towards it. We are gonna have Aries, I think, going forward in November, because we are being 3 months with Mars in retrograding. Sorry, not Aries, Mars. And Mars is gonna be going forward, which is gonna asking you to, you know, speed it up the stuff, to do things moving, to make an action towards of whatever there's going to be. But because it's saying let it be, and it's saying about you as a page of cups, which is a new emotions coming in, I do believe that you have to let yourself more free and let yourself experiment new things instead to, you know, go with doing the same things over and over again because you don't want to do new things. So the Emperor is saying, why not try new things? The Emperor is asking you as well to take a risk. Emperors are the, you know, at the end they are warriors, but with a little bit more the category to be an emperor. But at the end they was leaders of the war. They was leaders of the military. They was literally going to have like a little strategy to go to the war. They fight for what they want. They fight for what they believe. And it's quite confusing for me because I can't put a theme of this reading, and I don't think it's a thing. I think I'm a feeling that you're quite critical with yourself. I don't know exactly why. I'm gonna carry on. You have in the cross, or in the challenge, the Four of Coins. And I think you're being quite tight. And what I mean, Four of Coins, if you see, is very lonely. You don't have nothing around it. It's just 4 coins and you're in the middle of the nowhere. And you want to keep that money there. But for what reason? What is the purpose of this money? Or what are you doing for expand this money? And what are you doing for expand maybe money, maybe time? Or what are you doing to, you know, to have a profit for your time? Are you actually investing your time to get a profit? And I do think that you struggle to maybe invest in things that are gonna help you out. And the Aries is telling you, do it, do it, do it. Invest in yourself, move the things around. But for another side of the story, you are, because the new emotions for you is a new, you know, is a new era. 2020 is being really hard for all of us in terms of jobs, in terms of, you know, entrepreneurship, in terms of self-employment. Is one of the things that is really hard for all of us to take some money in. But when you have the Four of Coins, it's actually telling you that you're quite like, not greedy, but I might say they're quite fearful around money. That's why you're like keeping, but you say, I don't want to spend just in case I'm not going to have it back. I'm not going to have nothing back. But the Aries energy on the front is the most important. It says self, that's you right now. You are strong enough for 5, 4, 2, 1. You have to able to make risk to actually grow. Because if you really want to have like more things coming in, materialistic or not, you actually have to proceed differently. You have to act differently. So I think the Four of Coins is telling you that if you carry on like this, you're gonna become quite more isolated, and you're gonna become a little bit more detached, more separated from what the things you really make you happy. And I don't think this is something that you really wanted. And it's funny because you have a lot of fire here. You have 1, 2, 3 cards already in fire. And I would say you have the King of Wands, and why you are right now sitting down on the throne to say, I have to do this risk, I have to start this new journey, or I have to start something new that makes me scared, is because you was in the King of Wands river and before, and that means you own all your creativity, own your entrepreneurship. You not owning, I might say that you are, you know, in that creative mind. And the King of Wands, it's, you know, is a king. And when the kings are there, it's actually sitting down saying, you know, I need to regulate this. I need to create this new phase in my life that provides me fun, that provides me energetic movement, that provides me, you know, energy. Because I feel that the Four of Coins is quite isolated, cold, and it's not giving you movement, but you have the Emperor in the center with its red, with its Mars energy, where it say action. And then you say, yeah, it's because literally, as Aquarius that I am, or as, I'm not Aquarius, I mean, as Aquarius that you are, you have the King of Wands there to say, to remind you actually where's the spotlight. And it's actually, you have to put the spotlight a little bit more on you. Even if you have a ton of friends, because you have a ton of friends, you like to spend time with yourself. And this is something that everybody knows. And if you don't like it, it's time to work in it. But for you guys, that you are already self-contained, what you know what you really know, and you are thinking about outside the box. And sometimes the thoughts that you have are quite, you know, unrealistic or are quite crazy. Sometimes you have to give it a go. But you have the Emperor, as I mentioned, like, It's really interesting, this reading, because it's not telling me exactly what it is, but I feel that you have to take a risk. Maybe buy a house, maybe have like a new project or new work or new service pack, something that is coming from this spark. It's something that you have to go. And when you, and it's funny because on the front of your mind you have the Seven of Wands, which you are like an internal fight, or you're fighting against someone. It's like, why do I have to do explanations to people? I think at some point you are getting rebel of all of this that you say that is the normal. You really don't like to live in normal. You really don't like what the society expects you to do. And when you have the King of Wands, and then suddenly in the front of your mind you have that movement of, fight back, to move back, to like be resilient. Because Aquarius, I might say that I admire how resilient you are, how strong you can become. And I think the Seven of Wands is at one point to say, I'm gonna fight back anything that's coming to my way. I need to have this risk, and I need to make this because I know I'm confident enough that I can get whatever struggle that's gonna pass through what I really truly want to experiment. Because at the end is self-acceptance, and I think is one of the things of air signs. Sometimes you need to accept yourself mentally, you need to accept what you think, you need to accept how you feel, and don't disregard any part of your well-being. And I think that you have the Seven of Wands there to remind you that you have to fight back this. And I think you are very uncomfortable because you are tightening in kind of materialistic or financially controlling endeavor. Like you quite controlling the money so much that you're not letting free to experiment other things. And I get it because in financial situations right now we can't like spend money like, oh, we are gonna be living here, oh, blah blah blah. We need to be mindful a lot, and I understand that point at all. Like I mean I understand this point a lot. Anyway, I'm so excited. That's why my tongue is getting twisted. Well, Mercury is retrograding. That is another thing. So probably I will say a lot of things that my words is getting twisted. Anyway, you have something that is, past time ago. You have the Lovers, and you have something in your recent past. And I do think that probably is you pass through a broken heart right now, or you are already with a relationship where it's your soulmate. And I do believe they can be like some air sign, or because this is Gemini, this is going to be like a mutable sign too. So all the mutable fire signs, all the mutable air and earth sign. I do think the Lovers is there to remind you that you have the potency and the capacity to choose, to do what you want to do, and to have a choice. I think at some point you need to sit down and say, why do I have to follow this if I don't want to? If I have to fight back? I really don't think that I have to be in this motion all the time in the Four of Coins. I don't think that I have to be stiff because I'm not enjoying life. I'm going work, home, work, home. I am, I'm not seeing so many friends. I am not enjoying my work right now. I have so many things in my head, but I'm tied up in the money. Sometimes you have to release money to have double money. You have to like invest some days and then you have double back. But you're never gonna know it because you're not allowing to take risk, and you're not allowing to step into the action and motion. And I understand that. But I think it's ways to maybe change. You have someone that is a soulmate. You have maybe someone that you met time ago, or someone that you left already because it's in the past. So I don't know exactly where the situation is right now, but it's someone important or something important that reminds you that you always have the power of the choice. It reminds you that you always are empowered to change and modify. Remember, you're a fixed sign, and with fixed signs you are quite stubborn, and because stubborn, that means that you are really into like, this is right, this is right, this is right. You need to aware to open up a little bit more and be adaptable to a change, because I think you're going through to a big self-acceptance journey that you didn't expect at all. So you are going to fight back. You have the Nine of Wands. As I mentioned, I think in this journey that you're doing right now, you're like a little bit like, what am I? What am I doing? Why do I have to follow this? You know, like, I don't want to follow this. I just want to be me. I want to have my individuality. I want to be, who am I? I want to put a mask on and work with this for people who like don't understand who am I. You know what I mean? Like, in all of this process, you always are gonna step in and you're gonna ask it, I'm really feeling like that I am fitting here? Because maybe you feel inadequate. Maybe you feel you're not in the right place, but you're fighting. That's it. So when you fight the change, you're not gonna go anywhere. You're gonna be stuck again to the same position and controlling behavior, and maybe in the comfort zone that's going to be closing up to the good things that's coming in. And it's because you're not able to like make that risk, to make that first step to moving forward. Then you're like fighting back to a change, which is not gonna be helpful for you. So remember that you always have the choice to change what you are fighting back, what you are not feel 100%, how you can say, comfortable with. However, the Nine of Wands as well is a matter of experience, and you have scars enough, you have experience enough to all of this already. So just thinking about how your life will change if you change a little bit things in your routine. Think about how many things you can change slowly to bring things or attract things you really want to have, or you really want to experiment in life. So the Nine of Wands is telling you you are wise enough. Remember that you're 11th. You're the 11th. One of the oldest in the zodiac. Use it. Use your wise mind. That's why. This is one of the definitions. You're really good in a wise mind. So, as advice, listen, we were talking about controlling money, right? The advice is, if you are able to take all of this, releasing all of this controlling behavior, fears, and you're able to begin this new journey that you really want to do, the Ten of Coins is waiting for you. And this is one of the best cards that you're gonna have in the Pentacles family, in the Coins family. This is literally, money comes to you. Things comes to you effortlessly. You don't need to make a lot of stuff. You are like attracting things, but you're making a legacy. So the Ten of Coins is absolutely like grounded, it's stable. How I can say this, what the Ten of Coins is there is kind of like a family, but the family is literally more richer than you think. So you have a legacy with all the family out together, but you have house, you have money in the bank, you are like completely balanced out. So what is the problem to start this new journey? It's telling you the Ten of Pentacles is there as advice to say, believe in yourself, accept yourself, who you are entirely. Don't be apologizing for who you are, just becoming who you are. And is the environment around you or how other people see you, and can be possible and is absolutely fine, is the Queen of Swords. Assertive, intelligent, smart, quite sassy. She knows who she is, and she is not gonna play in fool. She is really ambitious, and I think at some point around you, and then what all the people see around you is that energy, the go-and-getter, the ambitious, that I really want this. I just put my eyes on it, and I'm just gonna put my eyes on it, and that is what I want to achieve. I just don't want to go and talk and chatty things. I want to chat with the important things that I want to go. I want to go straight to the point, and I don't care about other people's feelings. So when you go a little bit with the Queen of Swords, I might say, she is not gonna give too much damn what other people's opinions have. And I think this is the way, the good energy you have to step in. Yeah, sometimes we have to listen to another people, but We have to have our own proper opinion, so then we can actually move on, or we can actually make a decision to contrast and make a question to ourselves, because at the end it's our decision, it's our decision, our responsibility. So your responsibility to just organize, I can say organize, plan, and make an execution of what you are really thinking. And I think everybody see you as a boss, because the queen can be a boss. It can be quite bossy. So, be careful with the extremes, but I do think that it's time for you to just stop fighting back the stubbornness, fight against the fears. I think you are smart enough to do little adjustment to have a completed change, instead to go directly to the change. This scares you sometimes. What you can actually do is what I'm saying in the Emperor energy on the beginning, is start for small pieces, and at the end you will have whole map. A long journey of 3,000 steps to start for the first one. I don't know if that's the sentence, but something like this. You need to start for some point, and then you can get far away, or you can get so far, or whatever you want to go, as much your feet let you and allows you to move. Easy like that. So I really like this. Is going to be the hopes and fears. You have the Nine of Cups, which is going to be beautiful. It's fulfillment. It's absolutely content card. It's a personal content card, and I think you have the Page of Cups from the beginning, and then you have a Cups again. And as it's telling you that it's going to be really good for internal fulfillment, it's really nice for how you're going to feel towards yourself and towards other people. And I think that's one of the big hopes you're going to have when you make that decision to change or modify a couple things in your life, is because you have the Nine of Cups over there to say, all right, that's just going to be the outcome. More or less, that's going to be the outcome. You're going to feel free. You're going to be absolutely creative what you really wanted. You have the Nine of Cups over there, nourishing. You feel fulfilled and you want to celebrate with people. And I think at the end, you're going to have a big celebration, because Aquarius, don't lie. You like party. Even if you like to be by yourself, you like to be with people. And you like to exchange things with people. So it's time for a party. If you are able to do this, just celebrate it. Because I might say that in the outcome, at the end of this reading, you got the Fool, Major Arcana, and guess what? Representation of Aries energy. And that's going to be one of the magical things that tarot card have. Check this out. You have the Fool. I just love the design. You have the Fool. It's someone jumping the gap. You don't know if you're gonna reach the gap or you're gonna fall down a little bit and then you have to, climb up. You don't know if you're gonna jump and then roll on and then you're gonna end up to another place, but you're doing the action. The Fool is telling you, do the action, move towards, give emotion, use the Mars. Mars is coming in straightforward in November. Don't worry about it. 3 months is already gone. It's time to make an action. It's time to, whatever you put in the in the paper, you plan it, you organize it, you really want to make it happen, is the time. So the Fool is there to say, start the journey. We're never gonna know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna just pull that one card more. But it's really, really nice to say, I am done. I'm just starting this new journey. Because you have the Five of Swords and it's gonna be absolutely reversed. And I like it. You're not gonna feel absolutely defeated by anyone. And it's reversed. You're not gonna have this feeling of I'm gonna fail, or this is not gonna be good, or this is going to be the worst thing ever, or why I did this, why I did that. You're not gonna have that. You're not gonna have that. You're not gonna have that feeling of resentment, or what's going to be do you feel regret. You're not gonna feel regret, and what's going to be really good at. I'm really happy for you though. Oh my god. Complain about it. You're really nice with this. Oh my god. Okay, coming back. You have a Moon card. Let me see what is in the Moon card. So you say, hoo la la. Oh my god, I love it. You have the end of a tough cycle approach. what we was talking about. We was talking about the, you know, accept yourself how you are, what you are, and how you do things. And it's amazing to say full moon in Capricorn. Capricorn, remember the long-term sign, who is a very long-term journey. He's like looking the vision really far away, and he planned in advance to get where he wanted to be, slowly pacing themselves step by step. And how I say is actually everything is about Capricorn energy. It's talking about you look at something very far away, just making in pieces and the smallest, and then you can actually digest it and you can keep growing, and you have that. It's amazing, no? So at the end is saying that at some point you're gonna be ending this cycle. You're gonna be ending the tough cycle, and this is really tough. As I said, it's like something rooted in the money as well. You have control issues with the money, but I don't think that is too bad. But I think at some point you're gonna be learning new ways to become the Ten of Pentacles, to become more rich, more abundant, more materialistic, abundant, and more secure. At the end, what are you looking for? Security. Everybody wants to have a little security in life. So, finishing this, my beautiful people, they say in the legendary affirmation card, say my body is my temple. Can be body, can be mind. I do believe that at some point is telling you to love yourself entirely, to love yourself with no doubt, to don't be critical with your body, with your mind, with your heart. It's telling you your body in a full spectrum is absolutely your temple. So, saying this, thank you so much for joining. This is Mark.after. I am True, your life coach and tarot reader. I hope you enjoyed this video so far. Please subscribe, like, and share. And see you in the next time. Mwah. Bye bye.